Yeah, this is vibes and stuff. Check it out.
We're diving in where the world collide. Culture's gone into crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Uncle Freezy vibing all night and all day. Big pizza, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is soul finger. DSJ always showing up as a soulful singer. Ron, Bully and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap Triborough.
It's vibes and stuff. Vibes and stuff.
Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Everything in between we care. It's not just talk, it's how we grow.
It's vibes and stuff.
Life's a rhythm, we all move.
Vibes and stuff.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rocker, Uncle Freezy, in the place to be with the owner, creator, and producer of the That Ain't Rap YouTube channel, social media influencer, formerly the Triborough Gigolo. Triborough in the building.
Yo, what up?
And we are also joined by the R&B sensation, and I say that for real, the R&B sensation, the original DSJ is in the building. Gents, what's good?
What up? What up? DSJ, what up?
What's going on, Uncle? How you feeling? What up, Try? How you feeling, bro?
Feeling, man.
Yeah, man, we have a special thing for everybody. We have a special thing for everybody. So we're gonna premiere the DSJ Hood Goddess performance along with some other stuff here tonight. Give it our thoughts on it. DSJ is our brother, and so we keep it a stack with DSJ, right? We keep it a stack with DSJ. This is our brother, co-content creator on the channel. Before I do that though, I have to say this one thing to y'all. The vibes and stuff intro is fire.
Yeah, I love it. It's fire.
It absolutely is.
Definitely. That beat is fire, man.
Shout
Coach
out to
did his thing.
Yeah. Coach with his damn big foot in that thing. Because when we break down, when he do the breakdown and he say, and from That Ain't Rap Triborough.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's fire.
I was so honored just to be a part of that, yo. Just to be a part of that rap.
But that was Triborough rapping. See, y'all go trying to put the wool over. Y'all trying to put the wool over everybody's eyes.
No, that was not me.
Triborough, bro.
That's not me.
It sounds just like him.
No. I don't rap.
Is more fire.
Yeah.
Or like my Haitian brethren say, book up. Book up. That is fire. Fritz Alcindor, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's going on? Just checking in with y'all.
Hey man.
Shout out to Fritz.
Yeah, man.
Fritz, what up?
Hey, what's going on?
So we gotta do a review on the performance. Full disclosure to the audience. I am a Hood Goddess fan. Right? I told DSJ from day one, this is the best thing he ever made in his life. including little humans.
Mhm.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Of course, I'm joking. I ain't gonna go that far, but in terms of his creative process, I personally think this is the dopest thing that he's ever done. Period. And I'm talking about the unmastered version. I'm not talking about the cleaned up, pristine version. This reminds me of a joint called "Around the Way Girl." Right? That's what it reminds me of in that vein. Or "What's on Your Mind" by Eric
Mm.
B. and Rakim. Seen on the subway on the way to Brooklyn. What's up, good looking? Is this he took it? It reminds me of that from an R&B singer, which makes it more fire. But
I
um,
appreciate that.
yeah, man, yeah, man. So without further ado, I guess I'll let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to share it again because I had it and there it is. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna share it and then play it, and we're gonna give our personal opinion of it. All right. I'm gonna just see this. Can y'all let me know? Let me know if you can or cannot hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear it.
Yeah.
Delineo. Yo, I gotta play that again, everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. The video just wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Hey, Trevor, you're getting feedback, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I think it might be my email.
Right now, I'm about to bring up our first artist of this evening. We will go up there and build video still. Y'all give some love, give some love.
All right, Delineo. Okay.
Hey, hey, how y'all doing out there? It's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. Call me with the guidance. Every Sunday, 'cause you
Let me stop it. There it is. Let me see. There we go. Yo, look at all them people. Okay. Then my dog go, come on, dog, kill him, dog. Let's go. Get in your bag, dog. There you go. Okay. Golly, I'm not for sure what's happening, man. With the let me slide this back. Yo, you going in the butter love right here?
Yeah.
All right, Triborough, what you think about what you heard?
I think it was great. Like DSJ really commanded the stage, and the performance was good. You know, he, when I saw the video earlier today on Instagram too. Like somebody had posted it,
Okay.
and I think I sent you the vid, Unc, and I was like, yo, like I finally get to see DSJ perform a song live, and I immediately it just took me back to the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking of like the '90s male singers. Like Big Bub from Today. Joe Levert.
Wow!
Remember
Wow!
Big Bub? Big Bub was so underrated, bro. And Joe Levert, another legend. I was like that. Those are the singers I immediately thought of. I
And
thought it was a good performance.
That's high praise. I appreciate that.
Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fritz, what are you thinking, Fritz? And listen, I
Oh,
want to apologize to the audience. Um, um, I didn't have it planned to go like this. Of course, DSJ, my brother, and I want this moment to be perfect for my guy. That's why we do a lot of planning behind the scenes before we get here. Um, I had no idea there's going to be a little choppy, but what we'll do is we'll load the performance somewhere where you can see it and stream it for yourself, over and over. Because you know, but hey, Fritz, so what do you think, Fritz?
yeah, you did a good job, man. He was singing. He was
Thank you.
Yeah, you got two things. You gonna either call him a singer or a crooner. One of the two. Singer or crooner. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, yeah. He was doing his thing.
DSJ, I gotta be critical. You know what I'm gonna
Of
say,
course.
right? You know what I'm gonna say, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask, why were you on stage by yourself? Right? Right? And so that's one part. Like, my guy is up here, he holding the crowd by himself. Even the great Luther Vandross always had people on stage with him, whether it was background singers or a band or something, right? I want to also say, I think there were parts where you could have put your foot in this, where you could have kicked this song back in, and I think you might have held back a little bit. But the part where you showcased what you can do was nothing short of incredible, right? The
Oh,
parts
thank you.
you teased us a little bit about, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit, but if y'all want it all, y'all got to get this album. I had that sense of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like those little parts where you went at it, like the I don't know if you remember song singers such as the great Eric Benet or Joe or Jodeci's, where they sing the song, but they get to a part and they just like, yo, I've been building towards this part right here. Lisa Fisher,
Hmm.
Mickey Howard, Gerald Levert, right? Like they build, the song is great and you vibe into the song, and then there's a part where they just go in and make you realize like who they are. They put they vocal stamp on it. And I think, and I thought you put your stamp on it, but you didn't put your foot in it. I thought you was ready to kick the damn stage down and have them ladies throwing their phone on the stage, right? You
Yeah.
did.
Well, normally I would probably do something like that, but I actually had two more songs that I was performing.
Okay, okay, okay.
So what I wanted to do was kind of preserve, and you know what I'm saying. I didn't want to overdo it on one song and then kind of
And then can't do it
start
all.
lacking or have to struggle through the next two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's the method to the madness. It's never like, okay, I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit and then that's that.
How did you feel after the performance?
I felt great. I always tell people this in terms of me performing. I typically go off crowd reaction. If the crowd responds positively, if they give me good feedback, then I did a good job. But
Right,
I need the feedback. And
right.
you heard them like in between, like, you know what I'm saying? There was some all right nows, and, like you need some of that. You need that to be the motivating factor because you don't want to go on anybody's stage, think you did a great job, walk off to crickets.
Hell no, you went
Right.
first.
Yeah, and yeah, and I was the first performer up, so yeah, that's always like extra added pressure. But it was great to get that reaction. It was great to get that um again the congratulatory claps, and it's not like the participation claps. Thanks for coming. You know, it was good to get again even the person that owns the place Utopia.
Shout
She
out
was
to
like,
Utopia.
the first thing she let me know is there's going to be another show, and she wants me to come back and perform again. And so that's always just that for me is high praise when they ask you to come back.
Bro, whoever produced this track put they absolute foot all the way up to their damn thigh muscle in this track,
No,
right?
that's true. True
Whoever,
music did that.
I know it's true, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna shoot you the gas.
Yeah,
Oh, you
true
mean
did his
true
thing.
music?
Yeah,
You mean true music? Yeah, that's our brethren.
yeah. True produced the track.
Yo, he referring to True Music, everybody. When he said that's true,
Yeah.
True Music, who's also an artist and producer. Yo, True Music, wherever you at, bro, you put your foot all the way up to your damn quad in this track, bro. That man ain't got no leg, bro. That man somewhere hopping around, clapping to this song right now because he done damn broke his leg off of this track
Word.
for sure, for sure. And not because he overdid it either, but because he did it enough to get you in that vibe, kind of like a I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna spur another thing, and I'm not doing this intentionally. But this track gives me Jay Dilla vibes, right?
Really?
Yeah, give me Jay
Wow.
Dilla vibes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now, am I saying True Music is as good as Jay Dilla? We gotta relax, respectfully to True Music, and to you know what I'm saying Jay Dilla legacy, right? Of course, we not. I'm just saying that soul querying type vibe.
Mm.
That's why I was like, man, DSJ was on. My advice to you, brother, is when you perform, bro, get some people there with you. So while you singing, they can engage the crowd, shake some hands, grab some people. You know what I'm saying? To get these people into it because the vocals on its own, the performance on its own, I think it personally. Now, I'm not saying this because you on vibes, because I don't shoot people to gas. I ain't got to. I'm Uncle Freezy. I ain't got a lot of nobody, right? I don't, right? And I don't believe in making fake internet friends. That ain't me. I rather have a small crew of people, and that I could be real with. That'll be real with me.
Right.
So when I say this, I'm being honest. I think this is the best I've ever heard your voice. Period. Even on the stuff that was recorded and mastered and mixed and sent back for us to listen. I don't think I heard your voice any better. I think right now you was in your bag. Whatever you did that day, you need to keep doing that shit every day,
I
right?
appreciate that.
But here's the thing also, bro. When you on that stage, when it's you out there by yourself, bro, you got to have some people, bro. You got to have some. You got to have some people, bro. That's my only thing, man. When you out there doing your thing, bro, it's got to be some type of, bro. Even Bobby Brown had the Bobby Brown dancers,
Yeah.
and he loved the spotlight. He didn't want to put spotlight on nobody but himself, but he still had people out there with him. That man, did y'all see the New Edition movie when that man did
Hmm.
perform Telephone Man for like 37 minutes?
Yep.
He had people on stage with him.
Right.
That's the only drawback. Now, is it possible in that moment? You got to do the best that you can do with the circumstance you have. But my fear is talent like DSJ is kind of going to go under the radar for so long for small steps like you know things like that. What inspired the Butter Love part?
In all honesty, I think it's just my affinity for blending music, mashups. Um, so, and I've told the story before. I remember when I used to do showcases back home in New York, right? And I used to perform Brown Sugar.
Oh boy, now everybody from New York. Okay, let's go.
So yeah, I used to go out there and perform Brown Sugar. But what I used to do was I used to always kind of cut the music, and I always used to invite the prospect that there was a problem. The setup was always for the flavor in your ear beat to drop, and me sing Brown Sugar over flavor in your ear, which got such a good reception that I kind of wanted to keep that kind of idea going of blending and mixing um songs and mashups. And so one day I just kind of heard Butter Love in my ear with the beat. And so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. If it works, cool. If it don't, then you know what I'm saying, back to the drawing board.
Right.
But the blend of it sounded so good, I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. And I tried it one time, it worked. It was a great reception. Everybody sang along with it, so it made the song like it made Hood Goddess start to pop a little bit more.
Right. Right.
So now it's like, okay, now you're not just getting the song, you're getting a throwback. And
Right.
so when I bring the song back in, now you become a little bit more familiar with the song itself, with the hook, and start now you start to sing that part too. So with that in mind, it was like, okay, so I'm gonna just start to carry that as the new thing. Like I'm gonna start doing mashups along with certain songs that I do. And Butter Love just seemed to work perfectly with Her Goddess. So I was like, I'll keep that going.
I think this is. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, when you were singing, I was kind of getting chills. Like, look at my dog. That's my dog right there. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
getting that vibe when you were singing, right? But the other vibe is like, damn, dog, why you ain't brought nobody with you? You should have had like three or four, man. But then again, at the same time, when you're a solo artist, part of a collective, also, everybody got full time jobs, people scattered all around the country, things like that. It's hard to coordinate and get everybody there to support what you got going. And I recognize that. I recognize that. And I can kind of appreciate that, right? But for something that like that's why DSA, you remember when I asked you if you wanted to do? Remember last year we talked about doing a tiny desk.
Yeah, I remember. Not absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
The
Yeah,
opportunity to kind of like go full out, expose expose the talent, plus also add to it with background and stuff like that. I mean, it's something that I would love to do. Um, I think part of the problem is there's a lack of that going on because everybody's so focused on the hip hop scene
yeah,
that it seems like there's rarely anybody that sings. Or if they are singers, they're absolutely in the vein of trying to compete with you as opposed to help you out.
yeah. I got a surprise. I'm gonna share with you off air if I can hold it. If I can hold it, then I'm gonna share it with you. It got something to do with what you were saying right there. But here's the thing.
Okay.
After, how did you feel your performance was for the other songs that you performed?
Um, so I got a lukewarm reception to Whenever You Want It, which is fine. I mean, it's a throwback to Jodeci, to
Yeah,
that sound. But No Sleep Till Brooklyn, that one got the reception that I looked for. Like that one was like, okay, yeah. Um, People started asking about the single for that one. So I mean, it feels good. And again, it's one of those things where I always want to make sure that whatever I do, whatever song I perform, that I give a great performance, a quality performance, something that you can feel like you didn't get cheated. Even if you didn't spend any money, I don't want you to feel like I got cheated out of this.
right,
Because I've been to shows where I've paid money and felt like, damn, I could have been on stage and done a better job
right,
as a nobody compared to this artist.
right.
I feel like I could have done a better job in your place. And so for me, I always feel like I never want anybody to walk out of my performances and feel like that.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay. Wise in the building. Salute. Salute, sir.
Peace, fellas. I mean, it took me long enough to get in here since Triborough and them been doing such a great job. Like, security had me held up. I had to show ID and all kinds of shit to get in.
Appreciate it,
Yo.
man.
Shout
You
out,
gotta
Wise.
give the bounceman 20.
Shit is crazy, man. It's like they don't know me up here no more. So
Yeah, they
like,
gonna
all
pat
right,
you down. You got a hoodie on. Yeah, they gonna pat you down.
Bro,
it's me, man. I don't be wanting to hear that.
I ain't going through the metal detector. I ain't going
Nah,
through
I ain't going through the metal detector.
that.
Somebody,
Oh, man.
somebody got to hold your big ass down. We know you can't have it all.
hey, Wise, you just had to slide him a 20. That's all you had to do.
Nah, man, I ain't paying.
Right, right,
I ain't
right.
paying. That's my peoples in here. You crazy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
DSJ from around the way.
DSJ from around the way for sure.
Yep.
We go back
But,
like Dollar Vans and Jerk Chicken, man.
yeah, man, for
No
sure.
doubt, no doubt.
I
Yo,
feel
DSJ, you was doing your thing though, sir.
yeah,
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate that.
It was
Appreciate
a
that.
modest performance though, because y'all didn't switch the camera so that we could see all the women that was going crazy up in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
That's what I
I get
really
you.
was trying to see. I'm like, yo,
Right.
DSJ is rocking. I know they throwing panties up there. Something,
Right.
something is going on. It's more to it than what they showing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the shades on like that for nothing.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro, for real.
Yeah,
You
man.
know I got to come support the homie from Brooklyn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know we gotta support Fort Greene, man. We
You
gotta
know
support Fort
we know
Greene.
everywhere we go, we gotta let people know where we from, right?
Canarsie.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man. I love the video. I love the video itself. Whoever did the editing did a pretty good job. I felt like too, especially on short notice to edit like that, to put a compilation together with all the different camera angles and autofocus and all these things in place. Whoever did that, I think they did an outstanding job. Getting that out. DSA, because that was Friday night, right?
Yeah.
That was Friday night, and you had it in your hand by early Saturday morning, right?
Matter of fact, I got it. Yes, late Saturday night.
Lee, so you got it late Saturday. So somebody put that together in one day. Whoever that person was, they did their thing in that.
Yeah.
And so I would have definitely slid them a tip to put for them to do that in like one day. And
Yeah,
and that's
shout out
not
to
even,
Alan Wright.
and that's not even your people, right?
No, actually, funny thing is, I met him through True.
Okay.
Him and True have been knowing each other for almost 20 years.
Okay. Okay.
And so, um, me and Alan got cool because of True. He came to the studio one time. Um, I think he heard Hood Goddess and immediately was like, okay, well, I want to rock with homie. Whenever there's a performance or something,
Right.
I'll keep y'all in mind. And it just so happens where the owner of the club was like, "Do you know anybody that does R&B?" And he immediately shot the owner my number. I was like, "This is the guy you need." So
Oh, wow. Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
Shout out.
very appreciative.
That was a good look, bro.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah,
out
it
to the
was. It
videographer.
was.
Never easy.
Yeah.
Never easy.
Hey, so Fritz, so I don't know how much DSJ that you've heard music from DSJ because he the type that like to kind of keep his art to himself. But based on what you heard, would you? And I'm gonna put both of y'all on the spot. Based on that one song you had, would you buy a DSJ album or get your combo from Wendy's with the chicken nuggets and and the scorching hot fries and the frosty, the chocolate frosty thing.
Oh,
A
I'm about.
DSJ album or Wendy's.
No, I support local artists. Like seriously, like if I'm going out and like certain times there's like local artists playing, if they sound good, I'm buying a CD. Just I might not even play it, but I'm gonna buy it just to support. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the type of person I am. But yeah, I definitely would support. You gotta put your, you gotta make sure everybody got the Spotify and all that out there.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. I appreciate that too.
Hmm.
Yeah, we gotta do. As a matter of fact, DSJ, what we have to do is be smarter about this thing. Like when you be on, we need to have all the links of your stuff in the description box of this video, so that people won't take our word for it. All they have to do is take their mouse and click on it, or take their finger and touch it, and so they can go straight to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I got you.
Yeah, 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 man. Same thing for Triborough also. Triborough and
Yeah.
and Fritz Alcindor.
Hmm.
Yeah, because Tribal out here still telling people that he don't rap. I'm telling you, he rapped on that verse. That vibes and stuff
That was
intro.
not
That's
me.
him.
No,
Hmm.
that's not me.
How did the little part just come up? Yo, that ain't rap Triborough. Uh, that's it. Fire.
No, it
It's
was. It's a fire
fire.
intro. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. Fire.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
So
man.
so what? When was the first time you did like a public performance? When was your first time you ever did like a public performance?
Um, kindergarten. I know it sounds crazy to say it like so matter of factly, and I know y'all probably looking for like okay but that was the very first thing that I've done publicly, and it really wasn't even a matter of knowing that I could sing. It was just a matter of following um the direction of my older, what I'm saying, peers and stuff like that. They asked me to sing a song. I sang a song. I went back to playing with my blocks. They asked me to come back. I was mad because, like, damn it, I'm almost there. I almost built this castle. Now here you all asking, all right, fine, I'll come and sing. Sang it again. Went back to play with my block sticks. They called me for a third time. All right, look, if I don't get this Lego block on here, it's gonna be problems. But I do what I'm told, so I sing again. Next thing you know, I get a solo to sing "Greatest Love of All" for kindergarten graduation.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And, all right, so funny story behind that too is okay, so I get my singing chops from my father's side of the family. Um, and initially, um, my mother took pictures, and what I'm saying, somebody camcorded the event or whatever, and then somebody said that well, my mother actually, she said that that's the first time she ever seen my father cry. The first reaction I had was, damn, I was that bad? Because I never heard anybody like cry tears of joy. It was always like sorrow and stuff like that. You get hurt, you cry. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get your finger chopped off, you cry. I never heard anybody cry because they were happy or glad or what I'm saying, anything like that or proud. So it was like
Overcome with emotion.
yeah. So when my mother told me that he cried, I was like, man, I was that bad. I'm sorry, Pop.
Yeah.
First thing I said, and he was like, "What?" And so yeah, he explained it to me that those were tears of joy, and that he was proud, and that next thing you know, he bought me a microphone and wanted me to do a demo.
Okay.
Now I wish that he had told me that this demo was supposed to be for Clive Davis, or maybe I would have taken it a lot more seriously.
Right. Right.
Because now I'm just singing just because it's a microphone, and so now I'm putting on all kind of performances and dance moves and all that stuff. I'm break dancing in the living room with this microphone, playing around. But yeah, that was the first time that I've ever done anything.
Right. Right. Bro. Um. So I want to keep it a stack with you about the performance that you did. So the performance. Um. And I'm gonna just keep it a stack, y'all. This ain't me being a hater. This is me being real. In terms of the audio, I don't know if that was top notch audio that was in that place. DSJ, could you tell if that was like top notch audio that was there?
No, and see the funny thing is, I initially asked to do a sound check because I wanted to make sure that it was quality,
Right.
but the DJ was basically adjusting on the fly because
The
he had got there after I got there, like so the opportunity to do like the sound check wasn't afforded to the audience like that. I mean to the performers like that. So we did the best we could under the circumstances. So even like the little feedback that you heard,
yeah,
that was him trying to adjust and all that stuff on
trying to
on the spot.
levels on the fly. Right.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
thank
So
God that what I'm saying, it wasn't like too much of a problem. Like, you hear a lot of feedback or anything like that, but just the fact that it was an existing issue.
so he did. So they didn't have an elite mixer either, like a big production mixing board either.
Nah, nothing like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know for video, like being a videographer, like recording that, you got to be pretty experienced, to, like record something like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had to do a couple weddings before figured out how to do it.
Right.
Because you go up to the DJ and the DJ like, nah, you ain't plugging anything into my.
Right.
So
Right.
you got to kind of figure out how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Overall, I give the performance about a 13 out of a 10. Right. Like I think it's that. I think if legit DSJ had somebody there to hype this crowd up and to interact with the crowd to get them going, I think it would have been a 20 out of 10, a 50 out of 10. Right. But going on a ice cold stage by yourself as the first person, it lends you to this moment where the vocals have to carry the entire presentation. Right. It's just like somebody putting a steak on your plate with no sides, no dressing, no drink, no ambiance, no nothing. It's just the steak on the plate. Now, was the steak fantastic? Of course it was. I just told y'all that like 10 minutes ago. Right. But DSA, you said you went on an ice cold stage, right? You was first.
Yeah, I was first up.
You first up, and yeah, yeah. So I think based on the circumstance, man, I think the performance was outstanding. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I think too because I was a newcomer, so the other people that were performing sounded like they, you know, were professionals. Like they've been doing this for quite a while,
Right, right,
and so they might have already had a bigger name than me anyway. So I think that I was already going to be the first up anyway. I was going to open it up, but with the performance and the reaction, I think that kind of started to help to solidify. Okay, now we get what why you was recommended.
right, right,
So we'll see how that goes from here on out.
right, right. Man, yeah, yeah. So what else you got coming up?
Well, there's another show coming July 19th, and it was already put out there. So, and unless I have to work, because let's not forget that part of the game.
Yeah,
I still got a 9 to 5 that what I'm saying pays the bills. So unless that is a prevention of my ability to perform, then I'll be there. I'll be in the building and I'll be performing again.
right, right, right.
And I'll be honest, I might not do Hood Goddess that time. I might break out another song, and No Sleep Till Brooklyn will probably be like one of those songs that I perform.
If I be there, I feel obligated to boo you. If you don't do Hood Goddess, I just gotta boo you just off rip. I mean, nothing personal. You know how it is.
I
You
got you.
gotta give the people what they want.
Nah, I
Trevor,
feel you.
let me
Uh,
ask you this. I'm gonna
yeah.
ask you, Fritz House, under this. If you know DSJ is performing in July and you have the time off, would it be worth you leaving the city to come all the way down to see DSJ perform? Maybe do like a 10, 12 minute set.
Hell yeah, I want to hear him do. I never heard nobody sing "No Sleep Till Brooklyn." Is it the same song I'm thinking of?
Nah, this is his song,
Oh, it's
original.
his song. Oh, okay, but just the
This
same title.
is an original.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, same title.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah. Fritz, would it be worth leaving the city and coming all the way down to see
The
DSJ
city,
perform?
the city of where? Are you in New York City?
Compton,
Huh?
Compton in the city.
Yeah, it's always good to see people perform. Like I'm like seriously, like I usually go see my friends perform.
Okay.
If it's like music, a spoken word, or whatever. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
I appreciate any support. I mean, end of the day, that's. I mean, I do it for y'all. I do it for what I'm saying.
I feel like I'm
I do
part
it
of
for
the
the.
group. Like when I feel like when Wise said he show up, he ain't walking through no metal detectors. Me, that's what I feel like. I'm part of the entourage.
Yeah, yeah. The owner gotta warm the crowd up though. He gotta warm the crowd up though.
Yeah,
That's what thing he gotta
that's
do.
one of the
Like
and
you can't touch a cold stage. Like you
yeah,
got
Need a
yeah,
host, somebody to host the event.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man. That's what yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing that was missing a little bit. But you can't tell people how to run the establishment, especially if they feel like they successful doing it. That's why if we do the tiny stage thing, whenever we get to it, I'm thinking like hosted by Uncle Freezy, and have these three amazing acts. That's also a collaborative doing a thing, or maybe it's just DSJ doing his thing. Maybe some background singers, some people, to be there to make it an event so that he can showcase his talent. Because the one thing I notice about people in business, right? They want costs to be as low as possible if they want to invest. Like they want to get the highest return on investment possible. So the more stuff that you provide to them, the more they'll provide in order to get a higher return on investment, right? So if you're established, have your singers in place, have mixers, have all the stuff, have low overhead, all these things, the more somebody be like, hey man, I don't have a lot of money, but I can invest. I can put $10,000 in an escrow account if I'm knowing that I'm going to make 30,000. If I'm going to get $30,000 in 2 years, you can't even get that at the bank. That's basically I give you $10,000, and over the course of 36 months, I'm going to make $20,000. I can't pass that up if I have $10,000, but I'm not doing it if you got to start from scratch. And then for those that say, well, man, $10,000 ain't nothing, you can go through that fast. I know that's why it's a small amount. You're not, what are you gonna do? Give him $100,000 so he can run through it fast? Nah. You know what I'm saying? $10,000, you put that in some escrow. And even when DSJ doesn't have events at a venue, he can book his own venue using that money out of escrow, make all the money, put the money to the side for the investor part, make these monthly payments, put them in escrow, whatever $20,000 divided by 24 is, put that in an escrow, and all the other money that he made, he keep that for himself. Now, I know singers and I know artists don't care nothing about making money because they do it for the love. That's why they always have jobs. But if you really want to get there, little things, baby, the little things get you there. Try, you feel me? You understand where I'm going with it?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
invest in yourself.
Right. You got to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So DJ DSA, I was gonna try to tell you on the side, but I can't hold it because I'm excited, man. But me and my homeboy talked about the idea of um, um, buying a spot in Florence. You know what Florence, South Carolina is?
I do.
So we're thinking about buying a spot in Florence where it'll be a event venue slash. I think it's he said in Florence, maybe somewhere else, but venue slash podcasting space, right? Where we can get us a spot and we can do like tiny desk stuff. The ideal location for it, if it's in Florence, is right off of I-95. Right, that way, if you're coming up from wherever you're coming from, if you're on coming from I-20, you coming into Florence. If you're on I-95, you're coming into Florence. If you're an artist, you come to this spot, you perform, you get your bread, you get right back on the highway, and take it to the house. So we talked about that the other day, and it was actually pitched to me, right? Instead of me doing the pitching, he's like, "Hey man, sit down, man. I want to talk to you about something." And he shared the idea with me, and I think it's a great idea. The only thing about it is, you know, getting the things in place in order to do it. So we kind of have that on the horizon, and try and listen, and and
Yeah.
and and so the with the emergence of the podcasting thing,
Mhm.
Hmm.
we figure if you open a podcast studio and it's already furnished, mics levels already checked, right? Mixer, producer, everything there. All you got to do is show
Right.
up and talk.
Okay.
All you got to do is show up and talk, and you know what I'm saying. And it'll be something cheap, like for the South, you charge like per hour, like $200 an hour,
Right.
something where people can afford, right?
Yeah.
They come in, they do their 2 hours. We make $400. They have quality audio, video we can send to them, and them. And
Yep.
then after the podcasting time over, a place that holds about 100 people with a kitchen
Mhm.
in it already, where you can serve. Yeah, hey DSJ, were they selling? Were they serving food at the place, food and drinks where you were?
Yeah, matter of fact, they had a food truck set up outside.
Wow, wow, wow. So you can go in and out of this place then.
Yeah, you could go in and out.
Wow, wow. Yeah. So that's on the horizon for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for a number of things. I'm excited because I can invite my guy DSJ to come down and perform him, True Music, and the other dude, the third member who you rarely see because he has this thing called a job. You rarely see him. DSJ,
Right.
who's the third person in the crew? The person
Quick
we rarely.
tempered. Don't worry. He really does exist.
That motherfucker imaginary.
Tommy.
Shut-
Shout out to the bro. Quick tempered.
Yo, I know Quick Tippet, right? But I've only seen him once in my entire life, and I heard about him like 2 years ago. Like legit, and I only seen him like once.
Mm.
DSJ had that damn AI Quick Tippet on the screen with us.
He's been on the show before. He's been on
Yeah,
the show a couple times.
that was the AI Quick Tippet. Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just messing around. I mess around. Shout out to Quick Temper, man. He's got stuff out. His stuff is dope. His stuff is really um but yeah, man. So what's next on the agenda for DSJ outside of the performance? Is it making more music?
Always, always. A matter of fact, I just went to the studio yesterday. Um, finished up one track, started another. Um, it's just constant movement, just constant movement. Um, The more product I have to give out to the world, then you know what I'm saying, the more that I can create that supply and demand.
Right.
But I have to have the product first. So
Right. So how many songs you got?
um me solo, I would say probably about closer to 30.
Okay. How
And
many
so
how many features on those projects do you have outside of your collective?
mm, maybe about 12.
Okay. 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 So when
But
can we
a lot of
expect?
it is like unreleased though. I mean, I think a lot of the time is a lot of the times, you know, as independent artists, a lot of us are doing two things. One, we're still trying to learn, and the other part of it is unfortunately, I think some of us are afraid to take that leap because we don't want the backlash or criticism. So there's a fear factor that allows us to hold on to something a little bit longer than we should. Now, me personally, my whole thing is I'm doing the music, I'm doing my part by building the catalog so that way when I start releasing, it's less work for me to have to do in terms of continuing to make the music while building, while establishing an audience. If I already have the music already done, then it really just boils down to when do I release it. And for right now, again, my game plan is to build enough of this song catalog to make the series. And so when I start releasing these series, you won't wait as long as you would normally for like a full length LP or something like that. You can get your songs in rapid succession
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Why should somebody be a DSJ fan?
because I'm me. No, um, I think the one thing that I always care about is two things. One, authenticity. I feel like the music has to be relatable. The second part of it is I care about quality. I care that you get to experience the highs of my music. You get to experience the tonality. You also get to resonate with the feeling that I'm trying to convey.
Okay.
And I care a lot about whether or not you can relate. That's why the music for me has to be relatable. It has to, you know, have a certain level of understanding because at the end of the day, the audience has to know that I understand what they're going through.
Right. What does DSJ do to get better?
Um, so for me, it's always going to be vocal coaching, vocal training. It's always studying, studying the greats, studying live performances. I stay watching like concert clips, live performance clips, um, things that I can utilize myself into a performance. It's a lot of conversations as far as one if I'm in a venue,
Right.
um, where can I where can I be effective if I'm coming in and out the audience where they can actually understand, know, and feel me off of just the discernment aspect of it. Like, here I am with you. You know, I'm for you. I'm for the people. Um, that to me lends to, you know what I'm saying, how I operate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
In the
Uh,
music. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
mhm.
Prince.
Oh no, I'm just saying like whenever I had to do something where I had to perform, I've always try to perform with people or in rooms that there are people better than me, because that way I can like get I can learn something. Because there was a time I was doing like spoken word, and I would try to get in every event I could, and then I started seeing other people like, oh, this person's real good. Like I never heard like people that good, and once I saw someone really good, oh, that's how they do it, and I can ask them questions because I didn't know what I was doing once I was in smaller rooms. But yeah, you learn from other people.
Right. Hey, DSJ, Triborough, Fritz Alcindor. I'm gonna say "C'est la vie" to our YouTube crowd. Right.
Mhm.
There's 20 of us in here. All of them are on X already. So I'm just gonna um, um, remove the vibe link right now. Right.